So recently, I saw a video in Minerva. It kind of irritated me. Someone made a video about how um basically what happened to save the world, and it kind of motivated me. I really wanted to like turn the page because that video just doesn't describe save the world entirely. Like we've had plenty of updates. We've had like a bunch of stuff after like what happened to save the world. Like if you do play save the world, you know exactly what happened. There was an update. The progression of save the world was stopped, and that. But I sat down for the last like 2-3 hours. I sat down. I made a list. I went through every single home base status report. And I went through every single update. I even have the links in there too. I'll put it down. Like I'll share this and I'll put in the video down in the description so you guys can look at it yourselves if you want to see it. But I went through each one, seeing what we got each season, or I mean each home base status report, like each one, and to see if it was a good update, bad update, or just a regular update. So I actually went through, and surprisingly enough, the last few months, surprisingly, have been better than the last year. And I don't know if it's just because maybe they started listening more, or just overall just have better, more team people working on Save the World, but I don't know. And now this video is not for, those new Save the World players or like old Save the World players. Like this is more of like if you're still playing Save the World, this is more of like for like, hope for more. I mean, I don't know, the way it looks, it kind of, once we get to like, the end of the last home base status report, or like towards the end, you'll see what I'm talking about. But starting off, home base status report 7.21.2020. This was the day where most people decided to leave Save the World, just not play it, because they announced Ventures, which Ventures, if you don't know, is basically a seasonal quest progression. You have to get to level 50, and it didn't sound good at first. Like I remember reading the home base status report, I just didn't like it. It just didn't sound something like I would do. And then that started like the whole hashtag save the world trend. People were like saying how like they can't do this. This is like you're leaving the game out in the open. Like it's bad. And I agreed with that. Like they can't just not stop it, but they did, and it sucked. But they also announced Adventure Season 1. We played it. It wasn't bad. I mean, it just, I guess it was more of an annoyance. Like they just basically said, yeah, no more Save the World. We're not updating it. We're just going to give seasonal things. That's it. And then following up, the next two home base status reports were just regular updates. We got regular things. We got just weapons, regular home base status reports are just, heroes that we already seen, weapons that we've already seen, quest lines that we've already seen. Like these are just regular updates. Now, moving on, the next Venture season comes out. This is 9.10.2020. This is about 2 months after they announced, the progression of Save the World, and they introduced starter packs. Now, starter packs, surprisingly enough, I was really interested. Like they announced it, they were like, "Oh yeah, starter packs. It sounds cool. It comes with X-ray tickets, V-Bucks, backbling, a skin, and even like, a weapon." I honestly thought this was cool. I mean, we get a starter pack for Save the World every few months. It brings new people in. It catches people's eyes because it's a cool skin. People will collect it. People, get access to Save the World. Maybe they'll play it. They have X-ray tickets. Founder people's, founders have a reason to like, brag. We give V-Bucks, stuff like that. But, it was just overall a good update. We got a new Venture season, and we got the announcement of the Save the World packs, which I think overall was just a great update. And then after that, we have 3 regular updates, 2 of them including Cram Session and the Return of the Gravedigger. Now, I remember the hype around the Gravedigger. It was like, funny enough, it was like the rarest skin, or not skin, rarest weapon, and like everyone just built hype around it for some reason. And then when it returned, it died off. No one wanted it anymore, which was just funny. But yeah, we got 3 regular updates after that. Great update. And then we're moving on to the next Venture season, which was Venture Season 3, Winterfest 2020. And we got a new Powerhouse pack. Now, Winterfest 2020, I just overall enjoy Winterfest. It's a great time, the holidays, and, and the perfect timing for this video because we're on Winterfest 2021, which, But yeah, they announced this. We also got Powerhouse. We got a new weapon or a reskin. of a weapon, which is just the Argon Assault Rifle, which I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool getting weapons that kind of, are reskins but look different. Might seem boring, but it kind of brings more reason to play, get more perk up, get more stuff to level up the weapons. Now, if you're in-game player, you already have that, but it's still, it brings like motivation for those people and stuff like that. It kind of sucks though because it costs money. I really wish they made like a discount for like people that already own Save the World, but it is what it is. Definitely, definitely like a turning point. More people wanted to play and get weapons, stuff like that. And then following that, we had 2 regular updates. Now, the regular updates, like I said, they're just regular updates. And then this is where it starts to turn a little bit. I think after Red Willow was added, we get Red Willow. And now I could be wrong here, but I'm pretty sure she was added in this update. Yeah, Red Willow with the new quest line. So I think she got added with the quest line. Now, this is by far one of the worst heroes in the game. Now, there's plenty of heroes in the game that are just not worth having or not worth getting, but this is one of them. Doing a quest line for Red Willow was just not worth it. Her abilities were just overall bad. Like, after phase shift triggers an explosion, and I know Beast has a video on it, and it's dealing 20 base energy damage in a 0.75 tile radius. Now, this idea was smart, but if they did more damage or something, like a little more oomph, it would have been a good update. But this was just a horrible update, and just it was bad. And then following that, we actually get Mild Meadows Adventure Season 4, which I believe was the Infinite Punch. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong here. No, yeah, it was the Infinite Punch. I did a video back then about like an Infinite Energy Teddy, which was pretty cool. I'll even link that down below because I think I used it this season too, or I think I could be wrong though. But it was good. This was a fun season. I made it yellow because I enjoyed Season 4. Adventure Season 4 was just overall great. And then following that, we actually got Machinist Mina pack. And this was the last pack that actually included a weapon skin or a weapon trap. We got Mina giving the wall dynamo skin, which was pretty cool. I honestly thought these packs were really fun and interesting, and then they just took the skins and like reskins away from us, which sucked, but hey, it was a great update. Along with that, the next update was actually healers. This was a big problem. Healers would heal each other on top of each other. They would stack. It was impossible to kill healers. And then they updated it, making where healers don't heal each other. This was very helpful. Like, you could easily kill a healer now because they can't heal each other. And then they also tried to patch jailing by adding the 5 limit. So like if a husk hit a sound ball 5 times, it wouldn't hit it a 6th time because, that's what they were trying to do. And they also added crafting ingredients, which stacked up to 99 rather than 200. This was probably the greatest update that we've had in a while. It kind of threw like a oddball. They tried to patch jailing. They added a great pack, and they made it where you can hold a lot more materials. It was a great update, and just overall probably one of the best updates they added since 2020. And then following that, we had free V-Bucks if you purchased a loot llama. This was a limited time thing. I think you can't do it now anymore. But if you purchased a loot llama before this update, you could get 1,000 free V-Bucks because the llamas used to not show what was in them. So, it was kind of RNG. You don't know what you're buying. So they give the V-Bucks back, and if you purchased anything, you got 1,000 back. Now, this update wasn't that bad. This update was free V-Bucks. I purchased loot llamas. I got 1,000 V-Bucks. I wasn't mad. I'm not gonna complain about that. But yeah, that update was just an in between free V-Bucks if you purchased a loot llama. And then after that, this update actually I didn't know what color to make it because this update was very controversial. I really do think the update they did for 3.2.2021 was very, I don't know. It was like in the middle, and like down in the comments, you guys are probably gonna argue or something. You're gonna be like, oh, on this video, blah, blah, blah. I really do think, and this is my opinion. I mean, other people have opinions. I understand. But they basically nerfed the 5 limit for the husk for hitting like, a dance wall. They basically made it where jailing is possible again. And I understand that traps are supposed to do damage and stuff like that. And it just, if a husk, gets into the objective and you take damage because the trap didn't work. I understand that, like that's a problem, but I feel like they just gave up on the idea and just let Jalen be Jalen. Like they just decided Jalen's going to be a part of the game, and that's why I believe this update was just neutrally bad. I mean, that's why it's gray. If you guys have any opinions on what you like, what you think about it, and if you have anything, just let me know down in the comments, because I do love learning what other people think, because I don't know. I just believe that update was bad, honestly. And then after that, we got regular update. We got cram session back in that update too, which is pretty cool. The next update was actually probably one of the worst updates in Save the World ever since Ventures was added. Venture Season 5. This literally threw a hard curveball. People that grinded leaderboards, people that just wanted to play for fun, people that just even casually played. It was the worst Venture season ever so far. It basically buffed Husk. Like, you couldn't do anything in this Venture season, and like the challenges it gave, it was Scurvy Shores, right? And on top of that, there was super buffed Husk. By far the worst zone in the game, on top of super buffed Husk. It was a disaster. No one liked it. Everyone that I talked to, even around this time, because I met a lot of new people, I asked, did you like this season? Even while I was making this list, people were telling me that this season 5 was by far the worst Venture season that they added. I remember taking like 3 weeks just to get 10 mushrooms. It was the worst experience, the worst Venture season. I marked it as one of the worst updates. I mean, orange is just bad updates. I think, in fact, I probably should have made it red, because this was one of the worst updates that we've gotten. But they did redeem themselves. They did add a new mini quest line, and they added a recording of a survive, which I thought it was pretty cool. There's also a link over here showing you what it was. And then after that, they added a new crew pack, and that crew pack actually had access to Save the World, and we got the Yard quest line. And after that, we also got a new Save the World pack, which was Robo Ray, which I guess they kind of redeemed themselves. They tried to, like, help us out and like get more people to play because of that horrible Venture season. But I don't know. It barely did anything. I don't know. 3.30 was probably one of the worst updates in Save the World, in my opinion. Let me know what you think down in the comments. If you think Season 5 was just okay or bad or stuff like that. And then following that, we had a regular update. Nothing new, just a regular update. And then finally, the terror of Season 5 is off. We're going to Season 6, which was the Blasted Badlands announcement of the new Venture season, which was better than the last. This was actually a good update. We got a new season of Ventures. We were just tired of the old one. It's good. Season 5 was horrible. Season 6 was better. It was just something that, didn't cause us pain. And then following that, we got a new Save the World pack, which was Lockbot. And then we actually had Fortnite's 4th birthday, which we got free birthday llamas then, which was super nice. I love birthday llamas. Give you free cool items or free weapons, free heroes, stuff like that. And then following that actually was the grenade buff, and we got a regular update with that. But the grenade buff was super great. They buffed the damage of it, I think, in like the radius, and then they also they made it where it took more energy. And then following in the next update, they actually fixed that. They fixed like grenades. They heard people say what was wrong with the grenades, and they fixed it. So that worked out in the updates. And then they also buffed Going Constructor. I remember this update. This was right around not Ventures. This was right around Dungeons. Dungeons was actually pretty cool because you got to use Going Constructor. You could put away Going Constructor, and it was a lot more useful in Dungeons. And I honestly do think Garridan, Black Knight Garridan was a really great hero now, and just being able to put away your Going Constructor is super great. Along with that, we had the regular update, just regular things. And then right after that, we get Venture Season 7, and we get a new Save the World pack, which was Lars, seeing Lars, him sitting in the van for like years, and then we finally get him as a skin was pretty cool. I think that update was decently good. Following that, we have regular updates. We have 2, so nothing too crazy. And then after that, we get the new dungeons, which we got back in around Halloween time, which was by far amazing update. I really did enjoy the new dungeons. And then along with that, we also got the Save the World announcement where they're going to move the select game mode into the Discover tab, just basically make it where you just log straight into BR. Now, we actually haven't had an update on this. This was announced back in 10/12, so about almost 3 months ago, just about, and they just haven't done anything. We assumed it was going to be updated like a week after, and now it's been 3 months, so we haven't seen anything. Along with that, we have Cram Session and a regular update, so nothing too crazy, but we got Cram Session. Pretty cool. And then right after that, we're actually catching up to today. Winterfest 2021 and Venture Season 8. Venture Season 8 is by far the best because they listened to us. We got the Infinite Punch, buffed heroes, and just overall a great zone, great Venture Season, and everyone enjoys it. And Winterfest is the best time because you get to do Frost Night. Definitely not biased. I love Frost Night. Along with that, we got the Robo Kevin pack. I didn't mark this one because I feel like this was just a regular update. Robo Kevin was just average. I mean, yes, it's a new starter pack, but I mean, Robo Kevin, sorry, but you're a cool skin. Just, I don't feel like you make the list of, cool. And then following out, we have a regular update, which was 12/14, which was 14 days ago. And then the next update will be January 4th, I believe, or the next Homebase status report sometime around that, whenever the staff comes back and start working on more things. But yeah, that's just basically the timeline and the reason why, Save the World, the mix of Save the World over time. Now, I do want to say, coming up toward the end of this video, that the way it looks, and I could be wrong here, but I do believe this is true. The way it looks is they honestly do care, because if you look, they're starting to add more new stuff, something that just throws a curveball that, is overall cool. I mean, they listen to us, they fix stuff, they're adding, like, even if it's repetitive, it's still new, so we can't, we can't really complain. I mean, you can, but I mean, I'm not going to complain, but there's a few things that definitely need fixing and stuff like that, but hey, is what it is. Future Mattio, just throwing it in real quick. I forgot to add that Save the World did add a lot of things, including XP, that could be transferred into BR. They're still working on, balancing it and making it, perfect, all glossy and shiny, but it just shows that how much motivation they want more people to play Save the World. Like, it wouldn't have been added if they didn't want people to play Save the World. So I do want to add that in. Future Mattio is out. Past Mattio, take it back. Here you go. I know this video is really random, but I really wanted to do a video about, what happened, Save the World, and what's currently going on. I do enjoy the game, and I do enjoy making content on it, and if you do enjoy watching me make content on it, don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're new. I do appreciate it if you do. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and then turn on notifications for any further videos. What do you guys think? If Save the World's going to be getting any newer updates or any better updates, or just going to stay the way it is, let me know down in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.